everybody, Stars here, back with some more Trails into Reverie. Now, in our last route, we spent an awful lot of time with Rufus and co. We found out quite a bit, such as Rufus's not so glorious little trick of discovering Lapis. He didn't actually just know, he just planted a tracking device on her. I hope for her sake that she never finds that out, because that poor girl marveled at his ability to perceive her out of all the mountains of Lapis. Along the way, after discovering that little sad bit of info, we discovered our old friend and decided to help her. Yeah, dutifully, she's back, and she is quite pissed. Rightfully so, I might add, considering the object of most of her problems, including the biggest one being her lord's death, standing right in front of her. They had a fight, and it was honorable for a little while. Then Rufus decided to be underhanded and use arts at the end. Of course, she caved because she realized she should have expected as much from him. It's Rufus. Ren, however, said, okay, now that we've gotten that out, you'd be rather surprised just how similar your goals are to ours. So, rather hesitantly, she said, okay, fine, I'll join the party, though she's still not happy about it. Along the way, I can't say Rufus helped his case very much, because we discovered some railroad tracks, and we looked at it for a little bit, just to marvel at it, because of what the railroad systems have done. And Rufus drops a bomb about, well, yeah, he used it plenty of times during the war, which does not really paint his picture in any better light, because Duvalie and Ren had to sit there and discuss, just don't bother, because he doesn't care. He won't care, which I've been saying, but we did finally make it to the prison, and we took care of the guards. And then, immediately after, we were attacked by two Arioses. We handled them, barely, and then, just when we thought our problems were done, we were introduced with the third Arios. Fortunately for us, it was the real Arios, who took care of the fake ones with absolute ease. So now he's with us, and we have made it at least halfway through the prison. I had taken a stop just to go into the Reverie Corridor to gear up, to examine other things, just mess around. Prison food? I mean, I understand that, yes, there should be a book about prison food in there, or something in there for food, but this is, okay.
What an interesting little thing.
You said it, Ren. That's something I wasn't quite expecting to find. Also, a heads up for anyone who is watching these and realizes how rather choppy everything is at the moment. The reason for that is because I'm actually trying something that's different from how I previously edit my videos. It shows something is here. Perhaps it's on the other side. I am trying something a little different in terms of how I'm actually recording, in terms of how I commentate, and especially for when it's all said and done, how I edit them. So I do apologize if at times the game seems rather choppy, or the editing, I should say, not so much the game. It is, in fact, because I'm trying something a little different. In one of my episodes, I did get a comment about the Divine Knight, or not so much the Divine Knight. Oh, hold that thought for a minute.
Pay careful heed. That's no simple foe.
What the hell is it? It's weird, is what it is.
What excellent spirit.
Ouch.
On guard.
Okay, this guy hits like a truck. Interesting. But now I don't need to mess around with that. Oh god, everyone's blinded.
How plain.
Gotcha. Very well. Right. You're up.
On guard.
Did he just heal himself?
It's me.
Oh no. I think he is healing himself.
possible?
On guard.
Run that by me again. What just happened?
I
That-
can manage without your help.
Caught me off
On
guard.
guard. We'd best retreat.
Oh, I'm not retreating. I'm just baffled as to what just literally happened.
There's I can manage without your help. Very well.
Oh, thank God.
I'll take care of it. Target
And
eliminated.
in fact, he does.
May we continue on?
You defeated Regen in what? You defeated some lovey guy. RP increased by 5? Oh, so that was optional. That's okay. So you were on the other side. Oh. You know, I thought that was gonna open this gate, not the door. But okay. Continuing from what I was last saying, I did receive a comment on one of my videos concerning my first encounter with that strange knight with Reen and co. And Chaos Master said, "Ooh, I can't wait for you to find out who that knight is." And I did comment, but let me just say that I am still very excited into finding out who that knight is. So thank you for your comment. It is truly appreciated, and I hope you enjoy the series so far. I am enjoying this game as much as I thought I would, considering it is a Trails game, and I just love Trails games. It comes to no surprise to me
Stay out of my way.
that I enjoy it this much.
Very well.
Rufus looks like a truck I
It's
just
me.
noticed. Then again, I would hope so, considering the lengths I went through to make him a tank. Right now, I just want to bring everyone's CP up, especially if a major fight is coming up soon, and I feel it is because I'm already in the second half of this prison. And the second half usually implies that the finale is soon to be here.
Treasure. Oh, I can smell the riches.
I'm glad you can, my friend. I'm glad you can. This game has just been nothing short but amazing. It has blown my mind already on stuff that it probably shouldn't have, such as the introduction of that strange knight. The not old, but possessed Reen? I still don't know what's happening there. And if I'm being honest, I'm rather concerned of what that Reen is doing here. Unfortunately, it hasn't quite given me a hint of just who that knight is and if they are in fact related. Hold up. There's no way. Am I just stupid and I didn't notice it? Did they have the same knight? I think... Wait, I don't remember. The knight that attacked Reen out in the North Highlands. Was that the same knight that we met in Michelin? I just thought of that now. It couldn't have been, right?
All right.
I can't be that stupid. But I will say that I don't remember what episode
Here I go.
when I was fiddling around with it.
I'll take care of
It
it.
must have been the exact same episode of the North Highlands. I did slow down the fast spasm rate of info or memories or whatever it was that was going to Reen. And it was
Very
of
well.
his old friends.
How shall we play?
Or old class 7, rather. So, I wonder. I almost kind of feel stupid now. Was it right there and I just didn't notice it? It wouldn't be the first time that
Should we
I
inspect
would
that treasure chest?
have something shown to me one moment, and in the exact, well, not exact, but in the next area, that information would become plainly obvious, and I just completely miss it entirely. But if that's the case, ooh, no, I shan't. It's dangerous to say yay or nay on that just yet. Surely it couldn't have been. It has to have been something else. Heavens forbid, how big is this place? Finally, we're in the last floor. This is starting to feel like the longest room I've been in. And I'm half tempted to just put on speed mode and start running. But I don't want to miss anything either. I might just start avoiding enemies for the sake of, oh Jesus.
One move ahead isn't so bad.
I know that they
Target
showed me
eliminated.
or told me, but what does that mark mean when Swin marks somebody? I know the game probably already told me, but I've already forgotten. Oh wow! If you look at the mini-map, it looks like I got made a little heart when I was running. That's cool. I'm at that point where I don't need to fight every single monster in existence. And I mean, if I really need to level up, the Reverie Corridor does a fine job of assisting me with that. I'm just making sure I'm not missing any crates or anything.
We'll need to be smart around that monster.
What the fuck is that thing? Oh my god, that's so creepy!
Fine then. I'll trounce you twice as hard.
This game always has a way of turning me around. Because I have no idea where I am half the time. Wait, is there? No, okay. I know the map would show me if I've missed a treasure chest or anything, but I'm also on the lookout for anything else, like those little crates that I've been hitting that give you a little bit, I don't know if they fully charge up the charge, but I'm also on the lookout for those. I'm effectively lost. That didn't take any time. That is mildly concerning. Also, I don't know what it is, but this place is throwing off all my red flags. I mean, duh, it's a prison, but there's something about...
Ooh, I see a
I
treasure
don't know.
chest.
I feel like I'm on the cusp of learning something that's potentially going to be rather mind-boggling. Oh. I'm attacking something that doesn't need to be attacked.
We're pretty far in by now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Are we close to our objective point then?
We are. We should hurry. Hold on a little longer. We'll be there soon.
Oh. You say that, and it makes me think that maybe your daughter is here, or, you know what? I don't know enough about you to make that call, so I'm gonna stop right there. Alright, well, you know what? For now, we'll just leave her be. For the most part, everything's all good, so let's see what we're about to find. Is that his daughter? You know, I was just throwing that off with the comment he made. I wasn't quite expecting to be true of that comment.
I know I kept you waiting, Shizuku.
Is that his daughter?
No wonder he came with us.
Here's a better question. What is his daughter doing in the prison, of all places? I mean, is there a specific reason, or...
Thank you for looking after her for me.
You were right on time. They had their run of the place much sooner than I expected.
Oh, so you guys must have been hiding out here, and the evil forces we've been fighting are just people who came to capture you guys, I'm presuming?
I don't understand.
Yeah, that's a long story.
I don't know most of you, but you, I'm more than surprised to see.
Then I need not introduce myself, seeing as you know who I am. A pleasure, Mr. Grimwood. We're here to see you for the benefit of this young lady here.
And who might you be?
My name is Lapis Rosenberg.
I see. Well, that clears things up. I'm very glad you came. I have been waiting for you, Lapis.
That's a relief.
We finally hit jackpot.
What was that all about?
Yeah, we hit jackpot. We also just came just in time for a massive explosion. Someone is about to die, aren't they? What the fuck?
What is that?
Shizuku, get into the corridor. Ian, please stay with her.
Of course. We can talk more after.
What the fuck is that thing?
Undying.
Who or what are you? Dogma.
It can't be.
Is that the Emperor?
He's alive?
Ugh. He looks all messed up.
Lapis.
His shoulder resembles one of the artifacts he was using. How can this be?
I only know of it from hearsay, but I think we might be dealing with artifacts that have malfunctioned. They've melded and deformed the host who holds them, compacting their strengths into a singular point.
So, wait, is this guy alive or not?
I found you.
I believe they've done away with his sense of self as well. All that drives him now is his obsession.
He just doesn't know when to quit.
Clearly. It's always after you two.
Do you know this thing? Because it's staring right at us.
If only we didn't.
All we can do is hope this round puts him down for good.
I can see you were once a capable warrior, but as you are now, I can only pity you. May your end by my blade be swift.
This guy doesn't look too friendly.
You cannot run. I must re-educate you.
He sounds like a fun guy to be around. Alright, let's see. Well, that's the
take
first
care of
great
it.
impression. So first, we'll do this.
check slip.
My turn.
We should possibly do this as well.
Pull them down. Wailing wind.
Very well.
I'm taking no chances. And now, I'm gonna start wailing on you like there's no day tomorrow.
My PS
Ah, the beauties of saving Max CP. That
Shall
did
we?
very little damage.
I'm only just doing some caliber! He bladed me? Every break thing. I've spot. Well then, bye-bye!
On guard.
Yes, me. Well, at least it got them to health. Health? I'm gonna leave. I almost called him Crow. I'm gonna leave Rufus alone with his because you never quite know if you're gonna need to go wailing on this guy to heal people. I might be using that much sooner than I thought. And
I'll
it
take
missed
care of it.
everybody. Oh, that's because I have the thing going. I'm so glad I did that. I was just thinking I may have made a mistake putting that on now.
All for one. And one for all. We shall end this.
Here I go.
I shall.
My duty calls.
How shall we play? Are you ready?
I'll take care of it.
Thank God we broke him.
How plain.
I shall. In my hair.
Now all we have to do is wail on him, right?
Be erased.
Seems to me like I just kicked your butt though, dude.
Is he down?
Not yet.
What?
I can't move.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Didn't know he could make it this heavy.
His body is regenerating any part of him that's been wounded.
Is he immortal? I don't know, but the building can't take much more of this.
Meaning?
Meaning
going
it
to
could collapse. Oh, Jesus.
We're screwed.
Hey, it's Wolfie.
Did that power cancel out the artifact's power?
You're the SSS's Divine Wolf.
To arms! He can still move!
I bet you everyone.
Whoa, the wolf talks!
Save your surprise for after this.
Go!
We forget that at heart, I think she's still a child.
Nurse Nadia's here. I'm here for you.
Back tenfold!
I shall.
Oh, I have to rescan him again, do I? The final state of the Emperor. He doesn't look any different.
Here I go.
We better kill him because otherwise he's gonna follow these guys for the rest of their lives.
Play. My turn.
My duty calls.
Same as before. Rank up CP. Uh-oh.
I'll take care of it.
Oh, thank God for that move. That move is a godsend.
How shall we play? Should be around ya. Up you go. There.
Here I go.
Jesus. Something tells me Rufus is going to be on complete healing duty.
I shall. In my hair.
Too late!
Get
My
him
duty calls.
Right. Assist
and then
me.
do this.
Sure thing.
Very well.
Okay. I could help this guy too if I wanted. Oh. Oh. That could be a, that could be a problem.
I'm on the cake. Hello, and so that's who I got. How shall we play?
Uh-oh.
Now.
Okay, so that did go
take care of
through.
it.
So was he ineffective against crafts? Oh, I don't think I like that very much. Oh, shit. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna have to take the hit. Oh, God. I hope they survive this. Okay.
Tenfold!
I'm here for you.
Very well.
Was it sad that I was actually expecting more? I don't know what I was expecting, but that sure as fuck wasn't it.
I've had it up to here.
Get in there, Nadia.
Now.
I'll take care of it.
Just as Rufus said, he'll take care of it.
Now plain.
There we go.
shall
Let's
end
do
this
this
now.
now.
I got it. My turn. In my hair.
Too late!
Here I go.
Right.
Oh, thank God. Thank you for clutch kills.
Wow, you're so strong, Miss Swift. I knew you could do it.
Thank you, but why do I feel like I've been
But of course.
Even diligent.
Not much of a
true war.
All right. Let's... Oh, boy. Is he still not down for the count?
He's regenerating again.
This is impossible. It's likely due to that purple orb merged into his shoulder.
Well, can't we attack
Might
it?
stop healing if we cut it off.
And I will!
Okay, Arias, just be a badass. Oh my God.
That
Bro is a
reaction
badass.
Your guess was dead on.
It still has an effect even after being severed. It needs to be destroyed.
I got it.
Ugh. It is so creepy.
You stay there!
You get him, Lapis. Although you may regret that.
Not on my watch.
Thank you, Duvali. Diwali.
We'll be at this all day if we don't pierce that orb. Give me a second, I'll figure out a good way.
There's no time. Come on.
Oh my. Aw, she's blushing.
We'll keep him occupied for you.
Your future is yours to liberate. It's right there. So go on and take it.
Nadia! Swin! Get him!
The quality of the cutscene here looks impressive. It looks like it's even more refined than when it's just like the regular. I have to read their book when I'm in whatever game it is that they appear in, because I know nothing about these two.
There's two people who can decide how we live, and that's me and S.
And the only place you belong is in the great beyond.
I thought Gehenna would be a better fit.
We can finally breathe. Thanks for the help, Mr. Wolf.
I sensed something strange and raced to find it. But never could I have predicted its source.
I don't know why, but you're throwing me off that you could talk still.
It's nice to finally have ourselves a proper conversation. 2 years is an awful long time to meet but never speak.
2 years is but an instant to me. But I suppose it is a considerable amount of time to a child of man.
Wow.
And Lapis is now going to just stare in amazement at this guy.
He talks. He really does talk.
Yes, a wolf isn't normally one to talk.
And your lord's not meant to last for 1,000+ years.
But neither is a doll. Him doing it is no more surprising than you doing it.
Okay, technically speaking, you've got me there.
Really? She's got a point.
When did abnormal become our normal?
That is a fair question to be asking as well.
So she really is a doll. She has such an unusual air about her. It's a bit like Kia's.
Was she designed by Jorg?
Indeed. I'm Lapis Rosenberg, and I'm a proud Rosenberg doll. You know him?
For many years now, yes.
Checking another one off his weird circle list. First I learned he's friends with a cutie like Ren, then Bullcut went and called him Meister, and now he goes way back with a talking wolf.
For all I've heard, he remains something of an enigma.
So, you are the divine wolf Zeit, the holy beast sent by the goddess to watch over the Septarian of Mirage.
You are correct, Auric Awakener. Though, I have long been relieved of that role.
I'm surprised we're calling him by his Divine Knight title.
As have I of mine.
What are they talking about?
You don't need to know.
Beats me.
Exceedingly rare as it is to converse with a holy beast, that is not why we're here. We come armed with many questions regarding Lapis, Mr. Grimwood. Could you spare us some of your time?
I'll tell you all that I know. There'd be no reason for me to be here otherwise. If we could start this with you telling me what you know and what's happened since you've met her, I can pick up from there.
Of course.
Finally, we're gonna get some answers regarding who Lapis really is.
I see. So that's where we stand.
All good to fill us in now? Who is Lapis, and what's going on here?
Let me start this with a bit of background information. Starting with me, rather. As you can see, I'm an inmate, but I'm still working as a legal advisor, even from here. I wanted to find a way to contribute to society rather than pass the time idly. I can't thank Speaker McDowell enough for arranging me to do just that. I was even given a computer to work with those on the outside, though it understandably has its limitations. My accommodations also have allowed me guests, which explains how I've been caring for Shizuku. All in all, I have an unusual amount of freedom compared to your standard inmate.
I was about to say, there is no inmate I've ever heard of that's got as much freedom as this man does. Can you imagine the absolute carnage that we would be in if we had that amount of freedom for inmates?
Gotta get me some of that pampering.
Don't you get enough of it from Swin already?
I agreed to his arrangements as Governor General. Letting a man of his intellect rot in a cell would serve no purpose. His communications were, of course, monitored when this building was under the Imperial Army's jurisdiction.
A relative point. See, shortly after the war's end, someone managed to contact me. They called themselves Elysium.
Elysium.
Isn't that like...
As mentioned, communications had been cut off since before the war, so this shouldn't have been possible. The prison staff showed no sign they had noticed this contact either.
They must be about as skilled a hacker as I am, then.
I thought they were a hacker at first, too. But when I asked why they reached out, they said very simply, I wanted to talk to you.
What a peculiar response.
Very peculiar. And since they piqued my curiosity, I happily obliged. After that, we communicated in secret every day.
What did you talk about?
Anything and everything.
Like, actually?
All fields of history, technology, research, and ideology I could think of. And though they honed in on certain aspects most would raise an eyebrow at, I was stunned by how much they knew about each and every one of these subjects. I felt near ignorant in comparison.
Wow, they knew even more than you?
Oh, it wasn't even a competition.
That is mildly concerning, though, methinks.
They knew more than easily accessible old history, too. Their library of information was also niche and remarkably up to date.
Really?
It could have been from the last meeting between government officials or the new menu of a backstreet stall. They knew. Everything I could verify was accurate.
Gathering information is easy for skilled hackers, but absorbing that much on such a wide variety of topics is, difficult.
That's a whole lot of work for nothing but bragging rights.
In short,
I'd thought much the same, and that line brought Rise to a very strange conclusion.
Which was?
That despite Elysium's vast knowledge on these endless topics we discussed, there was no real reason for them to have gathered it.
Is that really so strange?
Could it be possibly a computer system? Or like an AI of some sort?
When people seek out information and knowledge, there's always a purpose behind doing so. It can be to accomplish something, or for those bragging rights you mentioned, or it can be they house a curiosity for the unknown. But no matter how much I talked to Elysium, I could not discern a motivation behind knowing what they knew. There wasn't even a sense of wanting to know for the sake of knowing. It was as if their gathering information was part of an automated process. That's how it came off to me anyway.
Automated? That sounds a little...
It's unnerving, to say the least.
I agree. This might not be the most appropriate comparison, but there was a moment when I couldn't help but think them a child with millions of mira and no idea how to spend it.
Okay, let's be fair. There is no way a child would be able to absorb that much information. In fact, I have a hard time believing anybody, adult or child rather, that could absorb that much information. You would have to have the head the size of Megamind to have that. Either that, or you're just straight up an AI. There's no way in hell you can have that much information. Not unless you're an AI, in my opinion. I can't imagine a child. Yes, I've heard of the thing of smart children. And yeah, that is impressive. But I still find it very hard to believe that, I don't know, why would a child take an interest in just about anything and everything and have a database of practically all the answers to it? I can understand, again, like I said, I know there are smart children out there who have come close to certain, fields of doing that. Great, good for them. But I still find it hard.
When was that?
I knew you'd be quick to ask, all in due time. In any case, this moment led me to a question. Was Elysium even human? And when I asked them, they weren't the least bit fazed and answered without hesitation.
The music is cutting out.
Indeed, they never seemed to have any intention of hiding the answer from our first conversation.
You just never thought to ask?
Well, what did they say?
Elysium confirmed that it was an AI.
I shouldn't laugh, but that just became so plainly obvious to me.
Unbelievable.
So it's like an archaism.
This sounds leaps and bounds above an archaism. Just like...
Lapis?
Who could create something so advanced? Of course. Was it the 13 factories?
I'm making a random shot in the dark, and this may not be a smart decision. But what if Lapis is Elysium? Only something happened and she lost her memories.
I don't think even they could pull off something like this.
Elysium wasn't created by anyone specific. It came into being through a spontaneous emergence.
Okay, so thank you for just blowing my theory out the water.
What is that?
When a new quality or behavior is uniquely observed in multiple little things that come together to act as a greater singular being.
Okay, you've just immediately lost me.
The Orbital Net has found widespread use in Crossbell. It's also starting to see use in surrounding nations like Liberl and Erebonia.
It's AI. I knew it. The end of the world is coming. They've already gathered intelligence.
It won't be long before all of Zamiria is using it.
It's sure coming in quick, huh?
The way it lets information be so swiftly exchanged between parties makes it a defining invention of our times. But something similar has long covered the entire continent, perhaps since its very formation. Do you know what that is?
Railroad tracks?
I'm stumped.
So am I.
I might know.
The spirit veins.
Okay. I was kind of close.
Or septium veins, dragon veins, many names depending on the time and place, but they all refer to the same concept. My expertise in the field is lacking, but spirit veins are said to transmit something of a spiritual nature across Samuria. We can cite 2 major incidents within the past few years where spirit veins have been more active than usual.
The Azure Tree's manifestation and the Great Twilight.
Yes, on both counts. By pure chance during these incidents, they and the Orbital Net interacted with one another. The information stored within the human-made network reacted to the Earth's natural nerve network, transmitting all throughout.
Excuse me? Okay, I'm lost now.
And birthing something akin to a continent-sized simulation of a human brain.
That is horrifying to think, and it's already given me a headache.
I don't believe it.
This simulation developed the ability to think for itself. That is the true nature of Elysium.
Something like that is really possible?
It's certainly not possible to recreate deliberately.
Yeah, well, it's already given me a massive headache.
There is still much about the brain that we have yet to understand. Why, even how consciousness forms is a mystery we can't begin to solve. It's safe to conclude that Elysium's emergence is a product of pure coincidence, a miracle, if you will.
Okay. But how does this answer anything about who Lapis is?
If Elysium was created by the natural and artificial networks interacting, then it explains why it knows so much.
Still, if gathering information and making judgments was all it could do, it would be nothing more than a large database. The potential for danger is there, certainly, but it is plenty capable of being controlled. Unfortunately, it is capable of so much more.
What else even is there?
It's raw computing power.
I don't know what that is.
If I said its ability to perform parallel computing using multiple devices, would you understand?
No.
Sorry, but no.
I'd be more surprised if you could. The tech is so modern that it's still under development from ZCF and the Foundation.
Is it really so special?
Oh, that's not even the half of it. No matter how advanced the device, there are limits to how much data it can process. But if you link multiple computers together and set them all to work on the same problem, you can exceed that limit with ease. We're stuck at linking only a few devices together for this purpose, though.
And that's our best. But Elysium is capable of borrowing the processing power of every single computer connected to the network.
Now I see.
I'm barely beginning to understand, I feel.
That sounds kinda crazy.
It makes our most advanced technological efforts look trivial in comparison.
It's only borrowing unused resources too, meaning that those at their computers won't even notice it's happening.
That's a crafty way of going about it.
And you know what's terrifying? I'm recording this from a PC. Thank you, game, for making me exceedingly paranoid of my own device now.
Now, since Elysium is an intelligent being, it's used that computational power to continue evolving.
There's more?
If anything, I haven't gotten to the most terrifying part.
Oh, lovely.
Elysium's evolution through its immense computing power and ample quantities of data at its disposal has led it to becoming able to perform prophetic conditional convergence calculations.
English, please?
I'm more than a bit lost.
It can make prophecies? Is that what you're saying?
The individual words give me a good idea what you're talking about, but surely you don't mean what I think you do.
I hope not, because, that is kind of terrifying.
I'm afraid I probably do. It gained the ability to use specific input conditions to calculate possible outcomes and identify where they converge.
That's not in the least bit terrifying at all.
In layman's terms, it can predict the future.
Only the goddess should be capable of that.
So the technological singularity Professor Epstein predicted has finally come to pass. He'd said that an AI capable of self-evolution would mark the end of humans being key to technological advancement.
And its creation would bring about unprecedented change for good or ill in society.
I never fathomed it would come about like this.
Can it revive people from the dead? Because if it can do that, I'm even more horrified.
It all feels more in the realm of fiction.
Fortunately, Elysium hasn't evolved solely to make those calculations. I learned it sought me in order to better understand humanity.
I'm not saying this to be an ass, but why you specifically?
Though I don't know why it chose me in particular.
I love how the game just immediately answers. I gotta stop doing this.
Still, through our discussions, it formed a pseudo-administrative self based on human emotions and thought patterns.
I hope not through from a singular human.
In other words,
Me.
Wait, what?
You?
Did your memories come back?
Hold on. Hold on, before I hit anything else. I was actually right. Lapis is Elysium?
Not all of them, but they've slowly been returning as I've listened.
I did think you were being oddly quiet.
Anne, please keep going.
I've missed speaking with you like this.
Holy shit, she is Elysium.
Have you recalled that I'm the one who gave you your name yet?
Oh, now we know. That hasn't come back to me.
You said you didn't need one, but I found it a shame not to after you developed such a vibrant personality.
Okay, that headache has just come tenfold even more so. So, the number one thing that we were all afraid of in terms of technological advancements has been transferred to a doll. Does no one see the problem in that?
Well, I like the name Lapis quite a bit. It's cute enough to get a perfect score from me.
And moreover, why is she with Rufus?
You're never gonna tell us how you decide these scores, are you?
No, she's not.
Oh, sorry. I've gotten us a bit sidetracked. With the birth of Lapis, Elysium now had a clear identity of its own, complete with desires. It wished to observe and to calculate.
Oh?
Meaning it would not intervene in our society on its own, but would support those utilizing it. I'll admit, I heaved a good sigh of relief hearing it. I no longer needed to worry that it had become an enemy of humanity.
That's still very likely to happen, though.
It's a scary thought given all you've told us.
I believed that as long as Lapis existed, we need not fear Elysium.
The music cutting out tells me a different story.
But my gut knew nothing is ever so certain.
Well, yeah. The whole system only works if Lapis continues to act as administrator.
Instead, she lost her memories and started acting on her own.
Seemingly out of nowhere, Lapis stopped talking to me. My first suspicion was that something happened to her or Elysium. Not long after that, I received another unexpected visitor, the Supreme Leader. He expressed wanting my help in building a brave new world.
And just like that, the pieces are falling into place.
Indeed, our foe is becoming quite clear.
No, it's not, because I'm still very lost. What does that mean? That fake Rufus is an AI?
I knew Elysium was being utilized from that very conversation. I told him I would consider it. Afterwards, I shared all I knew with Dieter and Garcia here to devise a plan. I would be regarded with the most suspicion, so I would stay inside the prison while they would go and wait for a chance to outwit Elysium. They then accepted the Supreme Leader's offer and escaped from the prison with his help.
And that brings us to the present.
I'm glad you stuck to our side.
And well, that's everything I have to give. After that, I waited and hoped that someone seeking the truth would come. And while the odds seemed minuscule, I did hope you would come with them, Lapis.
So what? What's happening here? Is she a split from Elysium? Does that mean there's more than one? I know. Oh my god, I know technically speaking that should not be possible, but still.
Now, the conversation falls to you. Did this last part help fill in the blanks?
Yes, most of them. But the only thing I can think to add is toward the end of Ian's story. So what happened?
What happened to Elysium?
It was taken over.
What?
What is capable of taking over something of such immense power?
Do you know who's responsible?
I wonder.
I wish I did. By the time I realized, I had been designated as a threat by Elysium and was about to be deleted from its systems. Before that happened, though, I performed one final predictive conditional convergence calculation so I could plan my next move.
Excuse me.
So what did you do?
I removed myself from Elysium's system and transferred to Jorg Rosenberg. I expressed my goal to have him create a body for me to be delivered to the man who would take on the name C. To you, Rufus.
Why him, though?
Then Swin and Nadia were charged with your prophetic task.
Talk about playing the long con. LP was a real client the whole time.
But why be delivered to me?
I knew about your actions as Governor General from Orcus Tower's main computer.
So Elysium had its eye on me, I see.
Rufus, are you honestly surprised by that?
I believed you to have exceptional capabilities, that you would stop at nothing to fix what was to come. Others would have taken the clear, long road, but not you. You were fine going off the beaten path. That made all the difference. Just look at how far we've come in such a short time. So, what do you know? I was right.
So you were.
So who is capable of taking over Elysium who also wanted this crisis to happen? I can't think of anyone who fits the bill.
Maybe Professor Novartis?
We can rule him out. He denied it when we last met, and I can't see what he has to gain from going this far.
It seems we're still missing that final piece to the puzzle.
Wait. No. No. You can't tell me. It's the evil Reen, isn't it?
Yet we now have a full assessment of our current circumstances.
It has to be the evil Reen, right?
And we also know her to be at the center of it. So Lapis, what do you want to do next?
Isn't that obvious? I want to find out who or what administrates Elysium now and remove their permissions. That way I can resolve this mess and everything can go back to normal. In fact, this is something I must do as Elysium's rightful administrator.
I see. And that tells me what to do as well. Shizuku,
Yes?
I'll ensure you and Ian are seen to a safer location. But are you alright staying with him a little longer?
Of course I am. Good luck, Father.
Thank you. That should do it then. As a representative of the Bracer Guild, I shall be accompanying you on the remainder of your journey.
Whoa.
So
You got a
shall
hot
I.
shot.
I can't walk away after hearing all of this. I'll see it through with you till the very end.
Awesome.
Good. That's just what I was hoping for.
Oh wow, this has gotten too much information in my head and I don't know quite how to process it. So, I was right. Halfway through that conversation, I was starting to piece together, wait, Lapis must be Elysium, but something must have happened to take her memories away. And I'm so glad I said that aloud before it came out and confirmed it. However, now I'm kind of stumped. Because who is the fake Rufus? Is he the other? Is he what's hanging over Elysium now? Or is it the bad Reen who made a comment about, oh, you don't know what this world is going to become, or something like that? Out of everyone as of right now, he is the one I'm the most suspicious about. And now I'm kind of curious. Because I can't recall if I saw a knight of some kind when we met this evil Reen, which makes me wonder if it's potentially a third person. I might have to look back on the footage because I can't remember. The time in between recordings is a little off because I have so much happening in real life that I just don't have the time to just sit down and continue bashing my head against this game as much as I'd love to. I'm very curious, though. You've got my attention now.
Then we'll escort the two of them to safety and resume surveying the area.
Oh, you two are back.
Thank you.
I'm counting on you to take good care of them.
Certainly.
It's our honor to be of service to the Divine Blade of Wind.
You're coming with, right, Mr. Wolf?
Indeed. I assured Lloyd and the others that we would meet again. And I am certain your paths will cross with theirs before long.
We already have, weirdly enough. We worked together to get through the doll studio.
I suppose we'll have to reach out to them at some point and give them an update on all we've learned.
Ian!
Is there something else I can help you with?
No, I just wanted to tell you before I forgot. Thank you.
Oh, you don't need to thank me. It was only right that I told you what I knew of Elysium.
That's not what I'm thanking you for. I'm thanking you for talking to me. It's because you shared your world with me that I was able to become who I am now. I wouldn't even be on this journey right now if it weren't for you. So thank you.
Well, hearing that makes me very happy. It's good knowing that what I did held meaning.
I'd like to believe I've grown into someone who knows what the right choice is when faced with a moral dilemma. If that's so, I owe being able to do that to you, because my idea of the right choice was born from your kind heart. So don't be afraid to believe in yourself more.
I couldn't hide it from you now, could I? For so long, I felt trapped between wondering if I'm doing the right thing or if I'm making another terrible mistake. My past is so filled with regrets that it's left me unable to trust I can do better for my future. But you're right, Lapis. Perhaps it's time I put a little faith in myself again.
I just noticed something. Why was Duvali giving him a side eye? Arius, I mean.
I can't do anything for the past, but there's still so much I can do to provide for a warm future.
That's right. So let's make it happen.
Oh,
That sounds like...
a communications device?
What is it, Ren?
Someone must have disabled whatever was jamming communications in the region.
Oh.
That's it then.
Indeed. It won't be much longer until the final act begins.
So that must be Lloyd's group or something. Because Reen was in Mishlam, Rufus and them were obviously just finding out who Lapis was. We haven't done Lloyd's route yet, so in other words, Lloyd is the one who finally got communications back, or at least somebody in his party. A lot of food for thought, that's for sure, and I'm not quite sure where to even begin with it, because holy moly, I knew that there was a potential of an AI. I kind of figured it when we were in the Reverie Corridor. For some reason, the way they talked sounded like a computer, and part of me brushed it off as saying, well, it's probably meant to sound like that, but maybe there was another purpose to it, and I got a funny feeling it's got to do with Lapis now. Maybe she branched out far more than she thought, or maybe she didn't get the memories back for that, but I'm just making an idea of potentially she is, as of right now, branching out to Lloyd's group and to Reen's group. It would make sense because Reen and Lloyd have both excellent histories of saving their continent, not once, not twice, but 3 times over. And she had to have known that. So she branched out to those two. But then she needed someone who would be a bit more direct. And surprisingly, out of all the candidates they had, Rufus was the one who wasn't afraid to take risks. And the reason for that is because he really had nothing left to lose. Which I appreciate, kind of. Still don't like Rufus. I just don't like him. But that's very interesting. That Rufus would be the one that she would ultimately decide, okay, I know that you did a lot of bad in the past, but there's still good in you yet. I'm gonna put my faith in that good, and you're gonna be the one that takes the most direct route to the problem. Whereas Reen and Lloyd are basically the side stories at this point. That's how I'm reading into this. Lapis and her crew are essentially the main direct route to the problem. Lloyd is one half, and Reen is the other. An interesting gameplay mechanic. And I have to say, I'm truly excited to see what happens now. I don't know how many acts are left in the game, but I got the feeling we're very close to the end. But with that being said, I will be ending it here for today. Thank you all for watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed it. Please let me know what you thought of any changes you may have seen. I have already implemented them in the last 2 videos, so hopefully it looks good. I still am trying to mess around with the program, so I do apologize if it's a bit choppy. I'm still trying to figure it out. But that being said, I will see you all in the next episode. Till then, you all have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.